What's up, everybody? It's series number 2 for the Kansas City Stampede and the League City Legends and MLQ. I believe it's week 5. So moving on right along to the MLQ championships, which will be here in League City. I'm Ashton Gene Lewis, and the Stampede are hanging out here over on the left-hand side before this match starts off, and then the League City Legends are huddled up over here, and the referees are somewhere in between. So the the temperature currently says it's 102 degrees, and it definitely feels like 102 degrees.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's factual. As we see a broom go flying there on the left-hand side. Remember, MLQ instituting new rules. All game times are in total 40 minutes. Even if there is not a snitch catch, whoever is in the lead at the end of that 40 minutes will be deemed the victor. And then on top of that,
LC got the game sewn up. Let's go. Hey, hold up. LC got the game sewn up. Let's go. Hey, hold up. LC got the game sewn up. Let's go. Hey, hold up. LC got the game sewn up.
the League City Legends have finished their chant. The Kansas City Stampede heading over to their bench over here. Referees nearly in position, stretching out. Yeah, the Ozarko, right?
Yeah.
TJ Goley, head referee here today. And he brought a present from Waco, Texas. The guy's considered to be the best snitch in the game. Garcexi is here, ladies and gentlemen. He's on the opposing side over there. He's making the smart move. He is underneath the shade. It's probably going to be a long day for not only him, but all of us here. Only a few matches have gone the allotted 40 total minutes of time. But with Gabe on the pitch, a lot of people think that all 3 of these games have a very legit chance of being the total 40 minutes, depending on what happens in case it does go into overtime. Which, what I was mentioning before, in regulation, the snitch catch is 30. In overtime, it is nearly 15 points. The seeker floor is 1 minute, so that's the amount of time that teams will spend on the field without seekers and without the snitch. Game is underway. The benches are moving along with the covers. Like I mentioned before, it feels like 102 here in League City, Texas, just outside of Houston, Texas. The gap between Houston and Galveston, Texas, where the ocean is, of course, feels like 102. It is 89 degrees on the thermometer. In case you were wondering, the current score is 0-0, mainly because the match is not started. Cameron Alexander, the goal ref on the far backhand left side here, and then Tiger, formerly of Death Row and Sharknadoes, the ref on the other side. Cameron of U of H Quidditch at one point, now a Houston Cosmos. Kansas City comes into this game 0-3 on the season after their first series of the year versus the Austin Outlaws. The League City Legends 2-1 after their series with the New Orleans Curse. And we're about to get underway here for Brooms Up.
Give me 2 claps out of Ric Flair. Woo! Big City already.
And going right for it. First contact going to be made by Sam Reagan, and it looks like almost lost a quaffle there, going for the right-hand hoop, and Dylan, that is Jacob Freeman going for it. Got the strip. Jenna's on the ground next to her own hoops, and the beaters will clear out the action. And Gerald Ross, who is currently the leading scorer for the League City Legends, scored 5 goals on the season so far. We call him Jay. Did a little bit of seeking in Thursday's practice. And Jay hanging out near that midline. Beater action going here. Jay has a bludger go over his head. Beater slips down. He gets pulled down to the ground. Quaffle is almost lost out of control on the far left-hand side, and it's going to be bounced and caught. And on a fast break, a throw made, and it is in. Oh, it's called no good by TJ goalie, and they're going to say that he was beat prior to the goal. So League City will take control here, and Jacob Freeman will take a chance bringing it up here out of the keeper zone. Remember the midline situation, only one reset allowed in Major League Quidditch. So as soon as Jacob crosses that midline, he is across. And a throw over the Cat, who is a member of Sam Houston State's Bearcats. And Jacob Freeman will have a pass stolen midair, and it looks like a near beat situation. And no goal for Kansas City, dropping it just short. They will scoop it and finish it on the far right-hand side. And the current score lies 10-0 with the Kansas City Stampede, who, by the way, had to drive almost 12 hours to get here. Had to travel over 1,500 miles this season. They had to drive to Austin, Texas, and now driving to League City, Texas. Each one of those trips, 700 plus miles. Kevin Tran going to pass over to Kat again. She's got a beater closing in on her. Jenna's open on the far left side hoop. She's going to take some contact, and now Khaled of the University of Texas Quidditch will shake off a tackle, get a juke middle, be beat in the pass into the back, and attempt to recover will be successful by Kevin Tran. He's going to throw mid-hoop, and it's no good. Quaffle's rolling out of the keeper zone, and Ryan Peebler is covering up the Quaffle to give another offensive set to the League City Legends. After that long shot attempt from Kevin Tran, smart move. Peebler is beat. Khaled is on his own here, driving solo. This could be a goal, and it is. Scores now tied up 10-0. Kansas City will swap out 3 players. Send in a female beater, male chaser, and a female chaser as well. Another male chaser enters the field for Kansas City. And just outside the keeper zone, Michael Duquette trying to see if he can get a non-progression of the game here by beating in the keeper zone. Now Kansas City on the attack with 2 male First it's League City's 2 male beaters, and a nice block by Khaled on the far right hoop. Now a fast break attempt. Khaled on his way. Duquette's trying to pave the way up front. He will beat the primary point defender, and a nice toss to Kevin Tran on the far right-hand side for the goal. It's 20-10 in favor of the League City Legends. That's 2 fast break goals scored in this game so far. The only goal scored by Kansas City was fast break, and League City's able to generate a no bludger situation. Now on the attack is Adam Heath takes a cross pitch pass to the far left hoop. It's a little too high, and now recovered by Kansas City, then scooped up by Andrew. Play for Virginia Tech Quidditch. He's on the far left-hand side. Adam Peel, last year's leading scorer for Major League Quidditch, scored 190 points, 19 goals by himself. 20-10 in favor of League City. 20-10. Hank Dookie will take it here on the far left-hand side of UT Quidditch. He'll get a screen from Sybil Hammond, formerly of Sam Houston State. He's now in the back hoops. Cross pitch pass to Jenna Volig, and Peebler going to step out of the way after Jenna thought he was a chaser. Now Hank is on the attack. He will lose possession of the Quaffle just before the hoop, and now a loose ball situation. Hank is beat, and it could be our first penalty of the game here.
That's an easy score.
And it looks like they're going to say continuation of play through a beat on Kansas City. We'll see. I know for sure I saw Hank Doogie take a bludger to the shoulder. Couldn't tell if it was a League City possessed bludger or Kansas City's. We'll see. But it looks like they're going to stand Hank right up next to the right hoop, the mid hoop. And many would say this is money. Many can say this is money in the bank. We'll see. Adam Hewitt is right behind him. Hank has his hand extended over, so he might be able to swat him. And it goes right through. No room for contest there. That quick release. Kansas City is going to make No, they will not make a swap. It's 30-10 now in favor of League City.
If you find something shorter that's
The League City Legends currently leading 30-10. Beat up front, ball goes right back. Duquette cannot make the catch, so both beaters and a chaser beat, and a nice score by Adam Heald on that one. It'll make it 30-20. Adam gets his second goal of the season after scoring just one versus the Austin Outlaws. 30-20. It's called research, Jaylee. Andrew bringing the waffle up. Duquette behind the hoops. Michael Duquette of University of Texas Quidditch. Brian Peebler's beat, but Andrew's on the move. He'll make a backcourt pass. Hank trying to hustle and get the ball, forced the opposing chaser down, and he is beat, so Hank now has possession. Adam Heald out of the keeper zone, takes two beats to the face, and now Kansas City will take possession, and it looks like a no-bludger situation. Can they score? Andrews got him down, and he pulled him. And Hank gets the block. Great defense on the part of League City. Hank is beat now. Hank Doogie is beat on the far right-hand side. And a quick attempt to score will land short of the hoop. And now Kansas City, after a scramble, will score on the far right-hand side. Number 25 for Kansas City scoops it up after an errant shot by Kansas City initially. And Pitts for Kansas City of Kansas Quidditch now on the pitch, speaking to TJ goalie. Andrew about to score here. He's inside the keeper zone, now being muscled out into the back zone here. No help from his opposing chasers. He gets away from the initial section, and Andrew's actually off broom. It's called. He'll go back to the hoop. Now Jacob Freeman on the attack, and he's just got a lot of power. Not a lot of people got an answer for it. Jane, formerly of University of Texas Quidditch, and Jacob Freeman initially hits a chaser who did not have possession of the quaffle, will be forced back to his hoops. And now Pitts on the field here at the chaser position. Heald gets his first break of the game. He's drinking water over there on the sideline. And now on the attack on the far right-hand side, a new keeper, number 7. He's actually being tied up in the back. He's going to be beat. And now another scooped up from the Kansas City Stampede. And that's how they scored a ton of their goals. A quick pass to Pitts. He's going to be beat before it gets there. He swatted it towards the hoop, but it will be a clean defensive possession for League City. Jacob Freeman still out there. Sybil Hammond. Jane out there as well for University of Texas Quidditch, formerly of University of Texas Quidditch. Jacob Freeman going to pass to his brother Dylan, and that's a whole new brand of problems. He'll be stripped of the quaffle, and now Kansas City going to take a second to regain themselves, get the ball into the keeper zone, and set up their offense. Bludger control currently lies with the League City Legends. 7:58 so far elapsed in this match. And Bludger control once again with League City beat in the backfield. Jacob Freeman's able to catch an errant pass and a swat from Kansas City's keeper to get this Bludger over here on the far right-hand side and give it to Kansas City. And a quick score from Jacob Freeman on the far opposing side. Now Kansas City on the attack here, trying to get the beaters distracted. Coming into the front pitch here without all of his chasers, now rotating to the right-hand side. Philip O'Brien will cross him out and actually set him up for a beat. Dylan Freeman has possession in the keeper zone. Adam Heald about to re-enter the game. He just got called over by the opposing side by his teammates. Dylan's going to come up. He's going to have Pickett defending him. He'll get his point chaser beat. And now Thomas is going to beat the opposing beater. And Kat, with no hand on the broom, is trying to gain possession of it. She will be blocked. Dylan Freeman regains possession. And now Dylan Freeman's on the attack. Rolling middle, no Bludger. And he gets pulled down from the shoulder. No advantage hand up. Instead, League City will be called for no good on the goal, and it's going to roll out of the keeper zone, and a whistle blown here. We'll see. And it looks like there's about to be a turnover of a Bludger here after back contact by a League City beater.
Kang got one. Fargo got one. Clayton got one. Kang got one. And
And let's see. Waiting on a call from the refs here, but we saw as soon as the whistle was blown, one of the ARs say, "Give me that bludger bag."
No, that's
Threw it after the whistle, so possession is going to be maintained.
Every inch makes a difference at this when you're this low.
Take a chance to modify the camera real quick. Current score, in case you were wondering, 40-30 in favor of League City, almost at the 10-minute mark. And it looks like Kansas City.
Hey, what's the time?
9:33.
Okay.
And you just heard it there, less than 30 seconds away from the 10-minute mark in this match. 20 minutes is going to be the seeker floor, so halfway through play here. Dylan Freeman, by the way, going to regain possession after, I guess, that initially called back tackle, and he will score, and that'll be 50-30 in favor of League City. Scored by Dylan Freeman. Pitts is on his Pitts is out here. Adam Yield is going to re-enter the game after getting a pretty long break for a guy who had a ton of possessions for Kansas City in their last series versus the Outlaws. Kansas City, of course, being able to travel way more people this series, which is good for them, because they do have to make the most travel arrangements. Hield's going to get the ball in front of the mid-hoop, turn around and find a wide-open shot there. That was a jump ball situation, very much like you see in football. Always nice to have a guy who's over 6'3" on your team. Can't coach height, is what they say. Travis Ward, Sam Houston State, typically chaser/keeper. He'll be playing keeper here today. Vince Spokley of Minnesota Quidditch at one point into this game. Thomas is going to balance out on a beat. Pickett's going to scoop up a bludger. And Kansas City going to hold strong on their defense. League City going to take this chance to rotate around. And their attempted cross-pitch pass is going to be picked off. Adam Hill's going to gain possession of it in the keeper zone. Current score 50-40 in favor of League City. Just a bit over 10 minutes elapsed in this match.
Let's go, defense! Let's go, legend!
Adam Hill crossing the midline there. See if Ben is going to be able to force him back. He'll make contact. He'll try and turn away from him. He'll switch the ball. And Ben with a clean tackle, a flip of the quaffle is going to be scooped up, lost possession, and beat. Great defensive setup by League City. Adam Hill trying to call for a back tackle, but Ben looked like he may have initiated contact up front. And now Sam Reagan out there trying to hustle with some beater play. Travis Ward circling around. He'll be beat. And they're going to say he was beat. No call on the beat because the quaffle, the bludger was on the ground. Ben going to get the pass from him and then throw it to Jenna cross pitch. She's going to lose possession, and now all the bludgers on the pitch right now. And Kat's going to be able to tip it forward but not gain possession in front of the hoops. And a whole bunch of potential penalties in the last couple of seconds. We'll see who gets what. It all started with Travis Ward of League City rotating around the far left-hand side, looking like he might have been beat. The bludger was initially on the ground. The beater for Kansas City scooped it and threw it at his heel. They're going to say that was not a beat, and then the beater switched out and then threw it right back at Travis. He threw it to Ben. Ben then threw it cross pitch, and Jenna tried to make a nice catch but could not, and it becomes a turnover. Adam Hill now on the attack, far left side hoop, finds a wide open chaser. And now the score is tied. Score is tied 5-all, 50-all in this one. Khaled J. Ross, the leading scorer for League City, going to rotate into this game. Ryan Peebler and Joshua Carroll of Lone Star into this game. Josh coming around the back end side here and is going to beat the opposing beater. Jay on the attack with that speed, misses his shot, and two chasers tackle him. Adam Hill now on the attack again. Kansas City with a chance to grab their first lead of the game. A switching of keepers in the keeper zone. Attempt to get the steal. Kansas City going to get a chance to set their offense up. League City with some pretty impressive defensive stops in this game. 13 minutes elapsed so far in this one, so 7 minutes away from the seeker floor. I'm sorry, for the end of the seeker floor. A shot on the far left-hand side is going to be good. Kansas City takes a 60-50 lead. 60-50 in favor of Kansas City. Khaled on the attack here for League City. Kansas City sinking back way towards their hoops, possibly counting on snitch play. Interesting wrinkle to this game, and a nice handoff from Khaled to Jay. He's got people in front, Duquette behind him. They both beat the opposing beater and the point chaser, beat another beater, and another goal from Jay Ross. That will tie the score back up at 60 all. 60 all in this one, and it could come down to the snitch catch to finish this one. Now on the attack, a quick fast break attempt. Jared Ross will step out in front. Cat will bump him. Khaled will miss on his tackle attempt, and a quick score, 70-60. Hold on a second here. And the speaking captain for Kansas City, Pitts, is going to walk out there. Well, no, he won't. He'll come over to the scores table. 14:01 the current time here, 6 minutes until the secret floor. Time has been stopped because of advantage play. TJ Goley about to reinitiate play here. Score remains 60 all. Khaled for League City on the attack. Sybil Hammond on the far left-hand side cutting in. Ryan Peebler, the front beater here. Jacob Freeman on the far left-hand side. Point chaser beat. Peebler is beat. Oh, no, he is not. Jacob Freeman about to get a free shot at this one. He cannot finish. It's blocked. In the keeper zone, Peebler beats a keeper. So it basically means nothing. It actually doesn't basically mean nothing. It does mean nothing. Could have potentially lost the bludger there. Did not. Kansas City's second keeper in this game right now. He actually scored that tying goal just a couple of seconds ago. Pass into the back of the hoops. His receiver was not looking. Sybil Hammond will slow him down just a bit. He'll throw it back up front. Kansas City will reset their offense behind the hoops again, and it looks like it could be hard boundary turnover here in a second, and it will be. So 2 passes, both of them long, both of them on the opposing side of the hoops. One of them goes out of bounds. Duquette is going to be beat the lead chaser, beat the lead point chaser, and a bludger just got booted off the field. Jacob Freeman scores in the meantime, and it could be bludger control, and it looked like the opposing beater, when people ran up on him, was beat and extended his foot out, and that's what booted the bludger that far. I've never seen somebody punch a bludger off pitch on the far opposing side.
15-20.
With 15:20 to go, less than 4 minutes until the snitch is released. Springs LaFoy of Texas State, national finalist, is not in attendance here today, and that could be a big determining factor as to who the snitch goes to in this matchup, primarily because Springs has all of the snitch catches so far for League City. He's got 2 on the season so far, and he's one of the most decorated seekers in the game of Quidditch.
15-20.
Always thought you should get a pretty cool patch of boosting. There is a yellow card that is going to be accrued for a bludger kick off pitch. 31, number 31 for Kansas City. Riley Andrews, chaser, played for Kansas City last year, is going to accrue that card. Yellow card. Kansas City subbing out here, going to switch out the entire line. Adam Heald back onto the pitch. See, when they pass it to him, they'll give it to him just before he gets to the midline, and Beater will rotate over to him. Jacob Freeman going to be the guy on the point defense here, looking for a way around that bludger. pass on the far left-hand side. Jenna Bolway could have had an interception there. She had turned around. Instead, she was face guarding, and instead it will be a bad pass on the part of Kansas City that triggers the turnover. Jacob Freeman crosses the midline, and that is going to be a late pass after a beater just walked up and beat Jacob Freeman. And then he made the pass about 2 seconds afterwards. 4 minutes to go until the secret floor activates. Sorry, until the snitch is activated. Michael Duquette hustling in the backfield over here, trying to gain possession of a bludger. An errant pass by Adam Heald goes wide of the far left side hoop, the short hoop. Andrews on his way up with the quaffle.
You beat her! You beat her! Go, guys!
19 minutes is the secret warning of 20 minutes. And a nice quick interception, and looks like it will be handled, not completely, not cleanly, and it could be Kansas City scoring here. It'll be stripped. Andrews gonna 17 minutes elapsed so far in this game. 70-60 in favor of League City. 70-60 in favor of League City with 3 minutes to go until the snitch is released. Jacob Freeman trying to make that 80-60 here in a second if he can. Andrew's going to get the ball, get the quaffle mere inches away, and a pass into the backfield. Jacob Freeman's going to get possession, try and get back across half line. He will, but he'll be in the midst of a tackle. 2 chasers on him. He'll have to release. He gets beat, and now Kansas City on the attempted attack, but the defense is back. Sam Reagan, Ryan Pickett on the beater duties there. Jane on the far right-hand side, she might be assigned to defend Adam Hughes, who's now behind the hoops, which is bad news, and he will take a quick snap and score. 70-70 is the score with 2 minutes and ticking until Garsexy enters the field of play.
We're almost at 18 minutes.
And quick water check over here. Michael Duquette going to bring water to everybody in the backfield here, and it's going to be a conversation for the rest.
Hey, did you have the tip? What's the time? Yes, it should
Austin.
be 70.
Austin Pitts of Kansas Quidditch, assistant captain, play for Kansas City Stampede, is the conversational one.
17:56.
So a minute 30 until the Seekers need to report. Adam Heald in the box.
It's like a tiny little corner of it. It's like
Leading scorer for Kansas City. Kevin Tran re-enters the game. 1 minute until the Seekers are released. Kevin Tran gets the ball behind the hoops. Looks like he's ready to roll here. And it will be an 80-70 lead for Kansas City. Adam Heald on his way back into the game after the score on the card. Kansas City going to bide their time here. They feel confident going into the Seeker game. We'll see. Remember last year, League City and Kansas City had a 2-for-1 series. One of those matches went into overtime. The only match that League City won. And an errant pass into the back pitch over here. Kevin Tran trying to walk it down. He will successfully before the hard boundary. Andrew will take possession of it. And the Seekers should be reporting here in just a couple of seconds. Seekers are on their way.
19 minutes.
80-70 in favor of League City right now. Let's see if League City just walks this one down. Beat up front. Quick pass and a quick goal and a beat almost simultaneously as the quaffle was released. Adam Heald is going to bring it out, almost bring it out of the keeper zone. Kevin Tran almost had him from behind on the tackle instead. And it looks like an interesting turn of events here. Josh Carroll going to be seeking for League City. As Gabe has made his trip from Waco, Texas to League City, Texas here today, ready to go to work. Heald has it on the far left-hand side, goes into the back pitch, and now he's going to throw it to try and regain possession.
7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seekers are released.
how long this one goes. Kansas City Seeker beat immediately. Snitch on pitch is ready to roll. League City practicing this on Thursday for the long haul. Quick pass up front. Adam Heald is going to intercept a Kevin Tran pass back to get on offense, and now it comes down to man-to-man defense with the sun beating down on all the opponents here. Let's see who breaks first. Snitch on pitch, more of a conditioning drill than anything. Jane is going to give up possession and defense on that one, and it looks like a quick score is going to come from Kansas City. That's Aaron Stout, the second leading scorer for Kansas City. And we have a stoppage of play. Gabe just lost. Gabe just lost his snitch on the far left-hand side near the mid-pitch right here. Gabe might change up his equipment, which means we might need to wait for it. Dylan Freeman just offered to give him some bigger shorts, and it is going to be a stoppage of play for a change of equipment for the snitch, and League City will remain on the pitch. By the way, current score tied all 80-80. League City versus Kansas City. Last season, this one was a 2-1 matchup in terms of the series lead, and it went to Kansas City. It also gave Kansas City a winning record of 5-4 at the end of last season. And Snitch on pitch currently. And once again, you hear it in the background, Tiger's over here complaining about being old.
No one knows who I am, so it's okay.
What? Everybody knows who Gary is.
Oh man, you gotta know the people's champion.
Dylan Freeman ready to roll on some Seeker play. He actually is.
Hold on, wait.
Equipment change over here. Gabe changing into new Seeker shorts after the incident over here. He will be ready to roll here in a couple seconds. Everybody getting a chance to get a quick breather, which of course will increase the quality of play. Usually people play a lot better when they're not completely exhausted. Aaron Stout, number 7, current keeper in there for Kansas City.
TJ, can you let us know the cards, like whenever they get cards?
I did.
Can't hear you.
I walked over here and told you guys the card.
He did indeed. TJ,
I did.
head referee here today.
No, not for the blue one. He was so good natured, we just walked over here.
TJ over here at the scorer's table. Everybody else getting ready to get back into live action. Snitch on the pitch here. As you can see, Gabe right down the middle.
3, 2, 1.
Aaron Stout, the current keeper for Kansas City, was a part of that Missouri team that made it so far in U.S. Quidditch Cup 10 just a couple months ago. Was able to make it to the Final Four. Very impressive. On the attack here are the League City legends. Kat of Sam Houston is going to be on the far left-hand side. Jenna Boleg on the far right-hand side. Andrew going to get a screen from Hayne Doogie. Adam Heald is beat. Andrew's on his way up here. And Brian Peevler and Michael Duquette have possession of two bludgers, so they have bludger control. And the sole beater with a bludger for Kansas City hanging out right near the hoops, making sure any long passes will basically ineffective, including some close passes. So trying to keep this at a stalemate until the snitch is caught. Josh Carroll for League City currently out there seeking. Score is 80-80. Duquette is going to beat the opposing seeker, give Josh some more time alone with Gabe so they can get to know each other. Dookie on the attack. Quick pass over to Jenna. It slips out of his hand. It would have been on target, except it went just a bit too low. And the hoop Jenna was aiming for was on the far right-hand side. Aaron Stout with a spin move on the far left-hand side. Hey, Dookie's going to gain control over, force him back. And now a quick cross pass. Adam Heald with a defender, Jenna Bowleg in his face, able to swat it down, and the lead is regained, and a quick toss over the top of the hoops is going to go to Hank Dookie. He's going to get tripped up from behind. Aaron Stout and Hank Dookie both competing for the quaffle, get tripped up as Hank Dookie outran him by just a hair, and it turns into Hank on the ground getting beat in the back. And Aaron Stout now bringing the ball up the court.
Just let them know when they score. Our team, you're good. I understand. Thank you for the live stream. You help out with me.
And Dylan Freeman now in there at the seeker position. Adam Hill bringing the ball across the midline, almost untested, as Hank Dookie's in front of him. On the far left-hand side, he's going to cross over middle, keep coming across. He's going to get beat. That goal attempt is no good. Going to go into the hard boundary. Now Travis Ward out here at the seeker position, and he likes to say during these times, he likes to call it the Kraken being released. Release the Kraken is what he likes to say. Don't know how much that's going to work out for him here. A quick pass to Jenna Bowleg in the front of the mid hoop is going to see her beat. Adam Hill's going to gain possession, and a quick long pass attempt from Hill is going to be picked up and taken by League City. Score remains 90-80 in favor of Kansas City. As the snitch is at the midline area, Travis Ward circling around, trying to get away from his defender. He'll elect to pass it back up top on the far right-hand side to Hank Dookie. Hank is going to see a defender come from behind him, spin off of her, and now people are going to threaten to beat her and to make her back up. Cat is going to turtle up, be beat, and Kansas City will regain possession with a mere 10-point lead. 1 goal lead in this one so far, and some quick switches coming in for Kansas City. Number 22 for the Kansas City Stampede out there on the pitch. Adam Hill, both keepers for Kansas City out there. And a quick exchange of bludgers. Let's see what control lies with. It will rely, bludger control will go back to League City. Adam Hill just walking his way up. Very interesting things. Seeing snitch on pitch. Aaron Stout's going to have the ball nearly stripped from him, and he will throw it through the hoop on the far right-hand side, and that will be 100, our first triple-digit score. By the way, coming into this game, Kansas City only scored 100 points versus the Austin Outlaws. They now have 100 in game number 1 versus League City. So 100 to 80 here in this one. Jacob Freeman going to spin off of a potential defender. He's got a beater coming up on him. 100 to 80 in this one. Kansas City leading in game number 1. Snitch on pitch. Get a time check here in a second. Jacob Freeman now cutting towards the hoop. Jane going to rotate back up top, and bludger control lies with Kansas City, so this could be a tough one. They have the lead. Snitch on pitch, and they're on defense, so won't see much of a throw coming. Jacob Freeman going to avoid a beater, and now looks like a potential easy score coming for him. He'll get scooped up and crossed up from behind by a keeper, by a chaser. His hoop that he's in front of is down on the ground, and now it might be a stoppage of play, and it will be.
Back contact, call.
As a matter of fact,
25-30.
25-30, the current time situation. Jake is going to get an easy bucket here. This is a yellow card called by TJ Goalie. On looks like.
I feel like it's likely though. It's just such a good snitch.
And a quick goal makes it 100 to 90. 100 to 90 in favor of Kansas City. Only 5 minutes elapsed with the snitch on pitch. And Sam Reagan's going to be beat, now opening up a lane for Aaron Stout. He's on the attack, crossing middle. Khaled falls down, but Stout throws it over the top of the mid-hoop, and now it's a foot race to the quaffle in the back pitch. Cat is going to turtle that one up, and now Kevin Tran trying to muscle off the opposing Kansas City chaser. Khaled and League City will gain possession. Down by a mere goal here. A goal would tie it up and make the game fall into the hands of the snitch. Yet again, it's still in snitch range for both teams. Josh Carroll out there seeking for League City. Jacob Freeman looking for a pass. Sybil is defended. That's who he's looking at on the far left-hand side. He'll spin away from the opposing chaser, be forced into the back pitch, and they're going to say it's a beat in favor of League City. A quick pass back from Khaled up the top of the pitch. We'll see Jacob Freeman spinning free in the hoops, and a quick pass over to Sybil. She'll end up kicking it because she can't wrangle it up, and then she will wrangle it up. She'll be attacked from the back here again, and a beat from number 73 of the Kansas City Stampede. That's Rachel England. Played for Kansas City last year. Gerald Ross out there seeking for seeking for League City. Aaron Stout at the keeper position, coming across the midline, and his nearest defender is going to be Jacob Freeman. He'll defend him. Stout looking to get middle. He'll get it to Adam Heald. He's defended by Jane, and Khaled will try and shoulder him out of the way. Instead, Adam will sidestep him and make the score 110 to 90. 110 to 90 in favor of Kansas City. 110 to 90 in favor of League City. And Gerald Ross just pulled, and will it be for the win? Gabe was still standing. Ross was on the ground, and League City might have just snatched this one away for 30 points off of a snitch catch. If it is successful, it will be 120 to 110 in game number 1, with League City being the victors here. And that is good. Gerald Ross for the win. Kansas City will lose by just a mere 10 points in game number 1 after taking advantage of the snitch on pitch situation. And that will be the final score. 120 to 110. League City claims game number 1. Gerald Ross with the snitch catch. And we'll be back for game number 2 in a couple of moments after the break. Game number 1 decided by a snitch catch, 120 to 110.